Are you mad?
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Last time you said you were slightly insane, but okay.
I mean, then again, I don't really exist, huh? I'm a figment of your imagination. So, there's that too.
That is wild. I know that this podcast is a reference to Alice in Wonderland, but I am not on any psychedelics,
Are you
Honestly,
sure about that?
I am sure about that. Oh my word. Yo, I have a question for you.
All right.
Ah, yes, it's gonna be a good one. What if there are people out there in this universe or the next that run on autopilot, but not because they choose to, okay? It's because they don't have full control of their consciousness yet. And when someone dies, they move on to the next available vessel, and that's when they gain consciousness. That's when they stop moving on autopilot because the soul pilots the body, right?
Hmm.
Which is why some children remember past lives, but adults don't, because you've been there for so long that the memories of your past life get taken over by the ones from your new life. So, the only way you can remember your past life is through dreams, and that's why you dream of places you've never been to before, but it feels familiar somehow. You
Hmm.
think, you think, how to put this? Do you think that's the case? That like hypothetically speaking.
That's an interesting theory, yeah. But
Okay.
then there have been instances where people do remember their past lives. And for instance, this one soldier who died in the war, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have a photograph of him, and then this kid grew up and like he remembered his past life in the war and everything, and he looked exactly like the guy who died years
Mm-hmm.
before, like a decade before. So I mean, there are instances where you could say that's true because it did actually happen, and they have video proof because they did like a whole video on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen often. That's the thing. So that theory is pretty interesting.
Excuse me. Yes, it's like a little spin on reincarnation. You just move on to the
Yeah,
next available vehicle. Oh my gosh. Oh, you want to hear a story? The first story that I have to tell you.
sure.
Because I was listening to some stuff today. I was like, damn. And then I came across this story, right?
Hmm.
The story is about a girl named Lena. Lena had always dreamt of a life of luxury, far removed from her tiny, dilapidated apartment and endless student loans. When she met Gregory, an impeccable, dressed older man who promised to shower her with wealth and lavish gifts, it seemed her dreams were coming true. Gregory was clear. He wanted companionship, nothing more, no sugar, just companionship, right?
Hmm.
So Lena out here getting herself a sugar daddy that don't want no sugar. Very rare, right? So let me ask you this. You think having a sugar daddy, sugar mommy, sugar anything, right?
A sugar person.
Yeah, is dangerous.
I mean, I don't I don't know because
Mm.
for girls having a sugar daddy could either be like, okay, well, you give him, pleasure, whatever he wants, and then he
Mm-hmm.
gives you money and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
vice versa. It could work, but I mean, surely boundaries are set.
Yeah.
So, there's certain things that you can't cross and certain things, to put in place in case anything goes haywire. And, one person or the person requesting these services or is the sugar person, in case, they go oof off the deep end, you could just cut ties without having any collateral damage. But, I don't know, for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
for whenever I hear about somebody as a sugar daddy or a sugar mom, they get through. I
All
mean,
right.
shit, they get what they want. You know what I mean? I mean,
Ah, you'd want
yeah.
to be a sugar baby.
Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Okay.
What
Okay.
about you? What about you?
Nah, I good. You know what? You know what I want? I want to be my own sugar mama. Right? Yeah.
Interesting.
I want to spoil
Okay.
myself, bro, because ain't nobody gonna spoil me better than me, you know?
I mean, real. You know yourself
Right.
better than everybody. So,
Yeah. Okay, so the story continues. The agreement began smoothly. Gregory sent her expensive clothes, jewelry, and weekly allowances. They met in an upscale restaurant from time to time, where he listened attentively to her stories, never once crossing any boundaries. Lena couldn't believe her luck. Her friends warned her, suggesting there must be a catch, but she dismissed their concerns. Gregory was perfect. Too perfect. One night, Gregory invited Lena to his mansion. Fam is rich, rich, okay? He has a mansion. Anyway, it was a sprawling estate, isolated and surrounded by dense woods. Inside, the decor was opulent, yet oddly cold. There were no personal touches, no family photos, no signs of life. Lena felt a chill, like, run down her spine, but she brushed it
mm-hmm,
off. As the evening progressed, Gregory's demeanor shifted. He seemed distracted, constantly glancing at his watch. When midnight struck, he stood abruptly. It's time, he said, his voice devoid of emotion. Time for what? Lena asked, her unease growing. Follow me, Gregory instructed, leading her down a long, narrow corridor. Now, I'm confused, right?
mm-hmm.
So you're telling me they were just sitting there in pure silence until 12 p.m. until
Yeah,
like
that's
12
that's
a.m.
that's mad awkward. That's mad awkward. You're just like just taking in the surroundings, for the 12th time.
Oh my
Well,
word.
hearing the clock go tick, 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 tick
Yeah,
until the chimes. It's
it
yeah,
is. It is
that's
crazy.
uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. They entered a dimly lit room lined with filing cabinets and old books. On the desk was a thick folder with Lena's name on it. What is this? Lena's voice trembled. Your file, Gregory replied. I've been documenting everything about you since we met. Lena flipped through the pages, horrified to see detailed notes on her daily routines, personal preferences, and even conversations she's had with friends and family. There were photos, too, candid shots taken without her knowledge. Why are you doing this? Lena's heart raced. Gregory's expression remained blank. I have many associates, Lena. Powerful people who pay handsomely for information. They don't want sugar, they want leverage. Your life, your secrets, your vulnerabilities. These are valuable commodities. Lena's mind raced, trying to process the betrayal. I trusted you, she whispered. And that's why it works so well, Gregory said, almost sympathetically. Now, you have two choices. You can leave, and I'll make sure you never speak of this to anyone, or you can stay, continue our agreement, and keep benefiting from my generosity. Lena felt trapped. Exposing Gregory could mean endangering her life, but continuing the relationship meant living under constant surveillance, her every move controlled. In the end, Lena chose to leave. She walked away from the mansion, her heart pounding and tears streaming down her face. The gifts, the money, the luxury, it had all been a facade. But what she didn't know was that Gregory had a hidden compartment, took out his gun, and shot her in the back of the head. Because, dead people tell no tales.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm good. I'm real good. I don't want it. I don't want it. Honestly, I changed the last part. But yeah, that was the story. Because as as you know, Javi quite put it, and my mom too, it's not a race story if it doesn't have a tragic ending.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So would you still want to be a sugar baby?
Hell no. None
like,
of that.
if you think about it, right? If okay, if you were given the opportunity to be a sugar baby and they don't want no sugar, right?
Hmm.
They had to be wanting something else, no? Other than companionship. It can't just be companionship, bro. Like, I feel like there's underlying stuff there.
There always is. And there's always the people with money are just so weird. Just weirder than weird, man. Like they have
Yeah.
some freaky shit. hidden compartments, all kind of stuff. Is like, I don't want to go to your BDSM dungeon. No, no.
BDSM dungeon is insane.
Yeah, real good, fam. Real good.
Oh my word, that is funny.
I have a question, right?
Oh, you have a
Yeah,
question?
I have a
It's
question
very
for you. I
rare.
have a
Yeah.
question for you, right? I want to
What?
get your honest opinion on something.
Uh-huh.
Why is it that when YouTubers get big, right, all
Mm-hmm.
of a sudden they pedophile case against all of them?
Uh,
Well, not all of them, but like some people when they make it big, all of a sudden is the norm now that they just get catch with a pedophile case. What is your thoughts on that?
I think it's the same sick, twisted mentality that uh, producers go through, where they have a foot fetish and they like children
That's crazy.
at some point.
That's crazy.
You know the guy who did produced shows for Nickelodeon?
Yeah, yeah,
You know who I'm talking about, right?
yeah. I can't remember his name. Shit. But I know who you're talking about. They had like a documentary and stuff on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was sick too. I don't know.
Cause like the whole Ava Chris thing is just going around right now.
Was he
Right.
even
Okay,
what?
so before the dude transitioned into a female, right?
Uh,
He was
okay.
he was Chris, right? So when he
All
transitioned,
right.
his name became Ava Chris, whatever, right? So he was a part of Mr. Beast team, right? That did videos and all that stuff.
Uh huh.
And he, after transitioning, left his wife, left his kid, or left his
Oh,
wife and
I
stuff.
saw this
And then
on
he was the one,
TikTok.
yeah, he was the one who posted his son in like shoes and like high heels that fit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. And like our video came about that he did some real sus disgusting stuff, and basically his career is over. And now I saw multiple videos where people are saying Mr. Beast's career is over because he knew about this for 16 years.
Oh, like like Shim was talking to Shim, right? Like Shim was talking to children, right? She had conversations with children. Shim had
Hmm.
conversations with children in the past, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like it's real disgusting stuff because like what for Ava Chris, I don't know if they actually had conversations with a child,
Honestly,
but like
when I heard about it, I low-key wanted to like I low-key thought that Mr. Beast has something to do with it too. That's why
yeah, but like
like
and people are saying like his career is chalk now because like he knew about this for
mm.
so long and just did nothing about it.
You're canceled by association.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pretty
Yeah.
much, you know. But it's like he was buying art from Shad Base or Shad Man, which was this artist that used to make like stuff about like little girls getting like and sexual stuff and like all that stuff, and like he would the video I was watching, he was basically asking Shadman to draw stuff of kids or this thing or like a specific thing in like getting real or whatever the case may be. So it's like,
Oh,
and there was a video where he had like a poster
we talk about
of,
Chris, right?
yeah,
Okay, okay.
a video of like that he did where Mr. Beast was just in the background chilling, and Mr. Beast was actually watching the picture of like the poster of the art that he purchased from Shadman and stuff. It was real weird. I haven't watched the video on why Mr. Beast's career is chalk now, but yeah, he did some
Mm,
sussy stuff. Chris did some
I
sussy
don't
stuff.
know. I think Mr. Beast is quite influential, financially influential. Might pull a Disney, honestly.
That's crazy. I mean, mad, mad.
But that's just my opinion. I don't know. Because you can't have a persona where like the majority of your fan base are children
Hmm.
because it's like that time when people were just unsubscribing from PewDiePie.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
if that's the majority of your fan base, then it's time to reevaluate, get your lawyers involved. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
But then, what is your opinion now on like a lot of big YouTubers being caught in some creepy shit?
I don't know. Y'all need Jesus. Go repent. Yeah.
It's now become a running meme of like, okay, so which big YouTuber is next gonna be is gonna come on next as a pedophile? It's a meme now because so much people have been caught with creepy shit. And the thing about it is,
Mm.
When the whole thing came out about Doctor Disrespect, from like when he got fired from Twitch or when they banned him from Twitch because of what happened in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
People were saying that how like a moderator who was look at private chats on Twitch, goes to private
Mm-hmm.
chats on Twitch, and was like, Twitch lets pedophiles run free, man. And I'm like, wow. So there's like, who knows how many creators we don't know the name of, big, medium sized, that have messaged man, have these conversations with minors before, and like Twitch did nothing about it. You know what I mean? It.
I don't know. But then again, it kind of hard to believe a lot of things that coming out now because of how advanced technology is getting.
Mhm.
And like there are
Like
apps
especially with
out
AI
there.
too, where you could
Yeah,
like.
there's this fake Instagram app, right?
Mhm,
Where you can manipulate like your following, your verification, a lot of things, messages, right?
mhm.
And it looks legit. It looks legit, and the they do put that it's fake, but how they put it is that you can easily like take it off. So like if you crop it, nobody gonna know the difference.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
there are fake WhatsApp apps and fake like there are fake apps for everything. There's a fake Twitter app as well. So it's like, it is what
Mhm.
it is. You can't really. I don't know how you're going to prove that it's real or not, especially if like this person could hack as well.
Right.
Imagine. You know what sucks? Imagine getting hacked, right?
Mhm.
And that person has conversations with younger people because on your profile because you got hacked, right? And then when you
Whoa.
get back your profile, like they deleted the chats or whatever, so it's not on your end, right? And then later
Mhm.
on in life, it's like, oh yeah, this person was a pedophile to me when I was a child, or like
That's crazy.
this person cyberbullied me when I was like younger or whatever. But fam, your account was hacked during that time, so like you don't you can't say
That's
anything.
tough, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah, boy.
I don't know. This world is cruel. People are sick. Some people make genuine mistakes, but most people are sick.
And then they do
So
it
I
just
don't know.
because they could and they're bored. That's
Yeah,
the thing about it, though. It's
yeah.
like,
They have nothing good to do with their life. Oh, and then the next thing too is that they think that children are very easily manipulated.
mhm, mhm,
So it's like easy prey. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
man. Protect the kids, man. Protect the kids. What are we doing in society now?
Hi. Anyway, I have another story for you.
All right.
Now, I'm gonna tell you this story, and I want you to guess what type of creature this is, or like what happened in this story. Right?
Okay.
Hannah had always been a night owl, which made her graveyard shift at the hospital a perfect fit. The long hours were grueling, but the quietness of the night offered a solace she couldn't find it elsewhere. She lived with her boyfriend Mark. I'm sorry. Oh, hi, Mark. I'm sorry. Who traveled frequently for work. They had a routine. She would work nights, he would travel, and they would text to keep each other updated. One evening, Hannah received a text from Mark saying he would be out of town for a few more days. She sighed, missing his presence but knowing this was part of their life. Her shifts continued as usual until one particularly exhausting night. She dragged herself home, eager for sleep, and forgot to follow her usual routine of double checking the locks and setting the security alarm. That night, she heard noises, creaks, whispers, footsteps. She brushed it off, thinking it was just her fatigue playing tricks on her. But as the day passed, the noises became more pronounced. She began to feel a presence in the house, something watching her, shadowing her every move. One night, as she was preparing a late dinner, she saw Mark sitting at the kitchen table. Her heart leapt for joy. Mark, I thought you were still out of town. He looked up, his face pale and expressionless. I came back early, he said in a flat tone. Something felt off. Mark was usually full of life, always smiling. She tried to shake off the unease. Why didn't you tell me I could have picked you up? I didn't want to bother you, he replied, still not meeting her eyes. The next few days were unsettling. Mark was always around but seemed distant. He didn't engage in conversations or often stared at her with a vacant expression. One night, Hannah woke up to find him standing at the foot of the bed, staring at her. She felt a chill run down her spine. Mark? What's wrong? She whispered, her voice trembling. He didn't answer, just turned and walked out the room. Unable to sleep, she decided to check her phone. There was a message from Mark sent an hour ago. Hey babe, just wanted to let you know that my trip got extended another week. Miss you. Love you.
Mm, mm,
Hannah's
mm.
blood ran cold. If Mark was still out of town, then who was in the house with her? Her mind raced as she recalled the strange behavior, the vacant stares, the chilling presence. She crept out of bed and found her way to the living room, where Mark was sitting on the couch, staring blankly at the TV. I don't know, for some reason I feel like this dude is watching static. I anyway. Right.
Might very well be.
Who are you? She demanded, her voice shaking. The figure turned slowly to face her, a sinister smile creeping across his face. Don't you recognize me, Hannah? I'm right here. Hannah's phone buzzed again. Another message from Mark. Sorry for the late update. My return flight is next Friday. Can't wait to see you. Panic set in. She backed away, her heart pounding. You're not Mark, she whispered, terror gripping her. The figure stood up, its form shifting and blurring. I've always been here, Hannah. You just never noticed. And that's why I'll leave you with that story.
Oh, come on. Like, does she live? Does she die? Did she kill this whatever this thing is? Did she get away? Real Mark? Where's real Mark? Does he ever make it back to see her alive? No, we get left with fake Mark with a creepy smile. Oh my gosh, Mark, he's in trouble.
I made this one up today after listening to Are You Scared? I was like, I bet I could do that.
No,
Dude, the story from Are You Scared was with Shane Bagara and Ryan. No, not him, Shane Bagara. Shane Midday and Ryan Bagara, right? I just know all the BuzzFeed people and all the Ghostfight people are gonna come for me. Anyway, I know their names. I just mixed them up. Okay,
right, right, right,
so
right,
I was listening to it, trying to get some ideas for the podcast, right? Because I was like, yo, I need to tell a story, right?
right. Hmm.
This one had me shitting bricks, bro. Not really, but like, imagine me sitting down outside. You don't
Hmm.
know what my house looks like,
Hmm.
but you heard what my surroundings sound like, right?
Hmm.
Bro, this freaking story started off with, oh, I have a routine. I don't like to brag, but every morning I wake up and I drink water. Okay. This particular morning, he broke his routine. How dare he choke on some water? You understand? He choked on water. Cursed for life. You understand? So, uh, at some point, since he broke his routine of just sipping water without choking and almost half dying, he started feeling a bit weird in his own home.
Hmm.
And it's the ending, really. And it was mad creepy. So, right, he felt like he was being watched, but he didn't really take it on until one night he got up. He walked outside and he saw a half glass of water on the floor. He moved towards it. He's living in an upstairs and downstairs house, right? He moved towards it.
Right.
He looked a few feet in front of him. There's a next half glass of water at the top of the stairs. He goes, he picks it up. He sees another one, right? So it's like a water trail, okay? He follows
Mm.
this water trail downstairs and it's like, okay. Now, while he's downstairs, he hears a door shut from upstairs, right? And he's like, oh
Mhm.
shit, somebody's in my house. He runs into the bathroom, calls 911. He's like, hello, 911 operator. I'm I'm home alone and I think someone broke into my house. Now, what's the standard procedure you always hear 911 operators say as soon as you call them? 911, what's your emergency? Right?
Yeah.
They didn't say
Yeah.
that. They said, what's your location?
What?
Yeah. They said, what's your location? And
Nah, they in on it. They in on it.
and then like he told the lady, because it was a lady, okay, he told the lady his location, and then they said, what's your emergency? And I'm like, fam, you're doing this backwards, that's not how it's supposed to be. And he was like, oh, well, Like I said before, I think someone broke into my house, right? They're currently upstairs and he's hearing doors slamming shut. It's like they're going through every single room, closing the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they were looking for something or someone, and he knows it's him. I don't know why he'd consider himself a thing, but whatever. Now, so this goes on. He's telling the 911 operator that, yo, I need help. She was like, we'll be with you in 5 minutes. Uh now I need you to stay calm, breathe in. He breathes in, breathe out, he breathes out, breathe in. Now they're doing a breathing exercise on the phone. He's like, all right, fine. Until he hears a door slam shut. The last door upstairs, right? It slams
Right.
shut. Simultaneously, a door downstairs slams shut, and he's thinking, oh shoot, there's two of them. It's either that or this person is incredibly fast. Homeboy could teleport, right? And he hears the operator ask, hello, are you there? But this time, he's hearing it not only from the phone, but outside as well. And he's like,
No shot.
what the frick? So I'm thinking, oh shoot, bro, they hijacked your phone. First of all, if you were downstairs and you heard a door shut from upstairs, right? I don't
Mhm.
care if your door is locked. Why the frick this man didn't run out of the house? Anyway,
Real.
so,
Real.
so this guy is like, he's staying silent on the phone and he's hearing the voice ask again, hello, are you still there? He's not answering, bro. He's not answering. He's just staying in silence. And then they asked, are you still in the bathroom?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
and the guy was like, I never told him I was in the bathroom. And then, hello? Are you still on the line? I'm like, again.
Just
Bro,
get out, man. Just get
no,
out.
you can't get out.
Leave.
You can't get out because he's hearing it from the other side of the door. They made
Nah,
their
man.
way to the bathroom, bro.
Ah.
And like he's losing his shits. Okay, he's losing his shits. And then he was about to break down, right? Homeboy said, okay, this is it. I can't do anything else. He's afraid because he thought he called the police, and the police is not policing. Okay, the police are not the police. And then, uh, as like all of this is going through his mind, and they said, "Hello, are you still on the line?" He hears his front door burst open. Police, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rain starts falling. It's so ominous, right? And the police busts in and he's like, police, is anyone here? Now he's scared because he doesn't want to answer because he's not sure because he didn't think that he called the police after what just went down, right? So
Mm-hmm.
he's in the bathroom, afraid to even say anything. And imagine you call the police for help again, bro. You call the police for help, and you're scared to even tell the police, "Yo, I'm in here," because
Yeah,
you don't
real.
trust them for a whole completely different reason, right? And then like it, it took like 30 minutes, and they busted down the bathroom door and he was taken out of the house. He gave his report, and the police are like, "Fam, that ain't real. I think you're sleep deprived." Right? So he's like, "I saw it. I saw it. I knew what I saw. I knew what I heard, and y'all are telling me that I'm crazy." They had him do a psychedelic test, bro, or like a schizophrenic test or whatever, a mental test, right? Just because they think
Mm-hmm.
this man is bonkers. I'm telling you what I saw, right? And I'm telling you the truth. This is what happened. You're like, sir, I think you just need to rest. He's like, okay, fine. You know what? Maybe it's best that I move. He moves places. Man did the full 9 yards, bro. He got security tapes and he formed a new routine. Instead of his daily ritual of drinking water each morning, he now checks the security cameras every time he comes home. This time, he broke the routine. Can you guess what happens? No, you
He
can't
died.
because you're silent. No, right?
They got him. They got all.
No, listen, man. Listen, man. This dude, he came home mad tired. right? He is
Mhm.
so tired, exhausted. He went to his room, eager to go to sleep. Mans laid his head on his pillow. He slept for like 30 minutes. Okay, he took a cat nap and then he like jolted from his sleep. He's like, oh shoot, I forgot my routine. And he went to check his phone. It gave him a message saying, motion detected, bedroom, right? He looks at the footage from earlier that day, from 12 hours ago. He sees himself leaving his room. He said, okay, that's just me. He left his house because he was running a bit late that day. He was
Mhm.
breaking all sorts of routines, okay? He was running late that day, so they said, okay, the motion camera just picked up me leaving late for work. 30 seconds after he leaves his house for work, motion detected, bedroom. Um, Homeboy still lives alone. He just left his house, therefore his house should be
Mm.
empty. And he's looking at it. It was the footage was cutting in and out, and then at some point, a figure appeared, a black figure appeared. Okay, we see a shadow man. A shadow
Mhm.
man appeared in the freaking footage with its hands covering its face. And for some odd reason, the footage sped up on its own. And this guy was just standing there. This guy, this entity was just standing there for the full day, not moving until 30 seconds before he reached home. It bent its knees, went in a went in a fetal position on the floor, rolled under the bed. Okay? It rolled under the bed.
Mm.
And then he
He must
walked
have
into
run.
his room and came on the bed. It is under his bed. The same bed that he is on, currently watching the freaking security footage. And he's like, I don't know what to do because as I'm typing this, it's under my bed. The same bed that I'm currently typing this from at this moment.
So why does he just run? Just book it.
For what? To reach out and grab your foot? You mad? Are
Give
you
it him toes.
mad? Bro, I
Mm.
listened to that and I was like, nah fam, I'm a I'm gonna need to go back upstairs. I feel vulnerable. I don't care if it's broad daylight. This is BS. And I'm like, what could possibly be worse than that, right? You
Mhm.
think. You think there's nothing that could possibly be more worse than that. But no, you're wrong. Because I just came up with that freaking story. Mostly because I remember the time. This is real, by the way.
Mhm.
I don't know if I told you this, but I'm going to tell you podcast it. If I told you, I'm going to tell you podcast this. My mom had her birthday, right? A few years back.
Yeah.
And my brother usually goes to sleep with her and then she brings him across to his bed, right?
Right.
So because she went out for her birthday to spend the night out, spend the night out, they had a night out that day. Some friends wanted to take her out for her birthday. They said, peeps, we loves you, you gotta leave your house. She said,
Mhm.
alright. She said, Ray, I'm a grown woman. I'm going to spend my birthday out tonight. I said, okay, can you please watch your brother? I said, okay. He falls asleep on my bed. We both fall asleep at some point in time. I woke up. The time is 9:45. Okay. I
Mhm.
said, okay, fine. I'm up. The lights in the house are still on. Okay. I said, okay. Now I'm hearing the door open, legit hearing the same exact noise my mom's keys make when the door is opening. You know those doors with multiple locks where it goes like 3 to 4 times ding, 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 because like it has so many locks on it.
Mhm.
It's one of those doors, but it's only two, not four, like my father's one. But anyway, so so I I'm hearing it unlocking. I said, okay, well, my mom's
Mhm.
home. No, I'm still kind of halfway asleep. Tell me why this lady walks into my room. I blame my sleep. I blame my sleep is what I say. And I'm looking at her. It looked like my mom. It spoke like my mom. It sounded exactly like my mom. She said, "Are you home?" I said, "Okay." And then she said, and she closed the door because the door was closed. She closed the
Mhm.
door. Now, something to note, you know what? I'll say it after. But anyway, so I got the urge to tell my brother, oh, mommy's home, go go tell her good night or whatever. But then God is good, and He held me down, and He was like, "You're gonna go back to sleep," and that's what I did. I went back to sleep. I did not tell my brother anything. I didn't tell him that mommy reached home. The time is 10:34. Okay, I woke back up. I looked at the time. I saw what it was. I said, "All right, I'm up again." The lights are still on in the house, which is not something that happens. If
Mhm.
everyone is home, the lights would be off. The only lights that would stay on is the bathroom light, right?
Right.
And I tell you, all the lights in the house were on. I mean, the living room light, the bathroom lights. Okay, not just the toilet light, the bathroom lights, both of them, and the kitchen lights. I said, "But mommy home though, so why all the lights on?" And then came the dread. The only other time I felt this type of dread was when I was younger and I woke up feeling like I was about to die. And I had to leave that room immediately or else I would die. So I said, "You know what? No, you're not gonna take a hold of me. Like, this fear is not gonna control me right now." And because, like, if something goes down, I'm the only person that could protect my brother, right? At this point, it's not about me, it's protecting my brother, right? So
Right.
I checked the house, I checked my mom's room because I'm still thinking my mom is home. Tell me why the hell I opened my mom's door and she's nowhere to be found. She is not there. She's not in
Stop
her
praying.
bed.
You stop praying one. I would have stopped praying one time.
She is not in her bed. And I turned back around. I felt like I was in a horror movie, bro. I heard, that suspense, this high squeal, the high screech suspense music when
Mhm.
you expect something to happen, like be right behind the person. I heard that in my head and I said, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." I started praying, bro. I am not doing this. And then right after that, I said, "Saint Michael, the archangel, I am not doing this today." I went in my room. Like I walked backwards into my room. Okay?
Mhm.
I locked my door. And then I said, "But wait, I can't really lock my door because if I need to run, then I'll forget that the door locked and then that will. So I closed the door. I looked for some form of weapon. Don't ask me why I looked for a weapon. I looked for something that I could hitch with. And I said,
Mhm.
"Okay, fine." I looked around my room and then I remembered one quote. I'll probably have to bleep it out because it could be detrimental to somebody's life later on. But there's a quote that says, "No matter what room you're in," right?
Hmm.
Yeah, there are three items that could possibly do that. But I looked around my room and I said, when that time comes, I'll find something." Okay? So I went back in my bed. Now I can't go to sleep because who the hell will go to sleep after that, right?
Right.
I called my mom. I said, "Oma." She said, "Yes." I said, "You coming home now?" She said, "I wasn't planning to, or like I'll be home like in the next hour or so. Why? Can you come home now?" She said, okay, but why?" I said, "Because you just came into the room like uh, like an hour ago, told me that you reached home, but you were not here." And she said, "All right, I'm coming home now." I said, "Okay." No, I just know there are some people like, "Why is your mom so nonchalant about this?" But this is not the first time that we had to deal with stuff like this, right? So, and then like my mom always drilled into me. She was like, "If there's any emergency, always remain calm." Okay?
Mhm.
To think level headed or whatnot. Just always remain calm no matter what emergency it is. So that's why she was like, she's just like, "Okay, I'm coming home now." Just nonchalant. Uh, So she comes home, she opens the door, and I took note. The outfit that she was wearing was not the outfit I saw. And this time I could actually see my mom's face. It dawned on me that I only saw what I could only describe as a dark outline of what my mom's shape is. I didn't see no face. I didn't see the patterns of her clothes, right?
Mhm.
It was mad weird, bro. So she came inside. She said, "I have arrived." I said, "I don't trust this shit. When's my birthday?" And she said, "You'll behave yourself." And she walked outside. I said, "Okay, my mom is here."
Nah, that's some real. freaky shit, man. That's some freaky shit. Like,
I told people this, and they were like, "So what movie was this from?" I'm like, "It's not a movie." I'm like, "It did happen. It happened." Like I legit,
uh,
it scared me to my core. It scared me to my core, and that was the moment that I realized that if it comes down to family, I would fight anything, despite how fearful I am.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my gosh,
that's
it
almost
was
as that's almost as bad as you getting that tingly feeling when you turn off the lights in your house and you run up to your room. Like for us,
almost as bad. That was worse. All the lights were on, fam. That's so much worse. At least if like all the lights are off in the house and you run to your room, your mind plays tricks on you, right? Your mind
hmm,
thinks, "Oh my gosh, I'm being chased by a killer!" Right? Jason
yeah.
is coming for me. But this one was the total opposite. What you gonna do when all the lights in your house are on, but something still comes and shows itself, bro? Like, what you gonna do?
Ah, boy. Literally just pray. At that point, I would just be praying in my head.
I know it was the shitty part is I
Just,
couldn't even leave the house because it was in front of my door.
damn.
Like, and the weird part is that even if I tried to open the door, my brother was still sleeping. So I
Hmm.
can't leave the house and leave him vulnerable like that.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I didn't expect this whole podcast to be about spooky, spooky stuff, especially the big P word, right? But I guess in this episodes of, what happens in Wonderland today is quite spooky.
We
I don't.
started off normal and ended on spooky notes.
Oh,
Mm,
it started off with sugar babies and stuff. That was still
yes.
scary to me.
Yeah. No, because it's like you don't know what gonna happen, what's gonna happen, right? Because this is unknown person just offering you money for services, and you don't know what
Services.
services
Mm-hmm.
they want from you. So it's like I real good, fam. I real good.
Mm.
The the PS5 it with all that. Though. I'm gonna be real with you. The PS5 it with all that. If you're doing it for, you're doing
Hi.
it for
Honestly, I feel like if I was in that situation,
Mhm.
at least let me get a house, right?
I,
No mortgage to pay. No mortgage to pay on the house. I want a car. I want all the devices that I could ever want, and then I dip because at that point, my
but then
my
you'd
life
be
has
dead
become
because
mundane.
if it turned out like the story, shotgun in the back of your head,
Dead
you
men
know.
tells no tales.
Yeah. So you could get all that, but at the same time you won't be able to enjoy it.
You know what? I can't leave it like that. You know, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean is like the best CGI movie that they possibly had at that point in time.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
but so was
No, I mean,
Avatar because Avatar was ahead of its
no,
time,
well,
right?
you had, yeah, way ahead. I had Avatar, you had Pirates, you had Transformers. Transformers CG was really nice as well, in my opinion.
Hmm.
What else, boy?
Yeah, so why before it was like before its time, like it's never been done before, never seen before, like what the hell going on with the CGI is this rounds? Why did why?
Oh, it's just they rush in. They rush in. They're trying to pump out too much movie because like look at the time, look at the space in between, like how long it took for the second movie to come out.
Hmm.
Like the space in between the movies. Now they're pumping it out every year or every other year.
Yeah,
So
but
it's like it's
hmm,
less time. It's more crunch on the special effects people, on the animation people, whatever, whatever. And people have been treated like ass in the industry, so they're going on strike, right?
okay.
So
But I just saying, right?
CG's bugs.
Even for Avatar 2,
Hmm.
fam, people didn't really like Avatar 2.
I thought it was great. I thought it
You
was
thought
great.
it
I
was
liked it.
great.
Yeah, I liked it, and I
I
love this.
saw
I love the CG in that movie as well.
I
Oh,
saw the
so
rundown of it and I was like, could be better. It could
I
be
mean,
no. You
everybody's
know
different.
why? You know why? Because it took so long to come out.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
Because at this
because
point, like CGI is like it's no new thing. Back then, when it did came out, it was
mhm.
something new. It looked. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, but
I'm mesmerized.
there's like sure, it's CGI is nothing new, and it took so long to come out. But if you look at the quality of Avatar CG
Hmm.
and how they animated the whales and modeled the whales and the physics and everything like that with the motion capture shoots, they were filming. I saw behind the scenes they were filming this in a tank the size of a football field, by the way.
Yeah.
that's how they did all the flowing of the hair underwater and everything so good. Is because they actually filmed it underwater, and this takes time, and you could definitely tell the quality versus it is so much leagues above the quality of some CG coming out in movies, not like from some Marvel movies that came out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, the Marvel movies came out faster than Avatar, but if you look at the quality of the movie, Avatar 2 was way better.
So it's quality over quantity, I
Yeah,
say.
yeah. And not to mention,
Mm.
if you constantly pump out so much movies in such a short period of time, obviously the script writing is going to become subpar at some point. Because you're solely focused on just pumping it out as fast as possible. You're not focused on having quality, you know? So, but that's just my take.
Well, but okay, fine. To me, okay, rate your best CGI movies because mine would have to be the first Avatar. Maybe I have
Hmm.
to actually watch the Avatar, right? Um,
Yeah,
so the first Avatar, Pirates of the Caribbean, I would say
yeah.
all of them because I like, I
Yeah, all of them were great.
yeah, um, especially how they did. What's his name? I want to say the Flying Dutchman, but that's not a Davy Jones, right?
With Davy Jones and Captain Salazar as well were
All
done
right.
really well. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. Maybe because I a little biased. Wakanda. Black
Wait,
Panther.
what was it? Oh, Black Panther.
Yeah.
No, Black Panther was good. Black Panther was good.
Yeah.
It was really good. I enjoyed the CG in that movie. I would have to say my favorite CG movies would be Avatar again, Transformers,
Mm-hmm.
Pirates of the Caribbean. The Avengers series was really good with that, and Pacific Rim. I really enjoyed Pacific Rim when I first saw it in theaters because it robots versus monsters, amazing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, like it was so good. It was so good for the time that it came out, and it literally, I couldn't finish my popcorn because I was at the edge of my seat. I was just like watching this in amazement, like holy shit, you know what I mean? Like I was so blown away by it. But that was just like my little brain, just big robot fighting monsters on screen. This is awesome, yeah, you know.
So that's going to be all for this episode of Mad Hatters podcast. Thank you for
Yeah,
joining to
yeah.
all the Hatters that, came to visit Wonderland this time. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like on this video. Comment your most spooky story or your best encounter that you
Or
had.
tell us some of your favorite CG movies or some of the movies from your childhood that you really liked, and you still watch to this day. Let
Yeah.
us know.
And if you're listening to this on Spotify, be sure to give us 5 stars if you enjoyed it. And yeah, so follow, like, subscribe, comment down below. And we'll see you in Wonderland the next time we jump down that rabbit hole.
Bye bye.